Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's franchise chat. I am so happy to have Steve Brujic here from Handyman Connections. He's actually the master franchisee for Handyman Connections, and I hope to have you here today for you to tell us a little bit more about Handyman Connections. So, can you tell us a little bit about the business and about what your plans are for Canada?
Okay, thanks, Natalie. Yeah. So the Handyman Connection is a home improvement franchise concept that specializes in the repair, restoration, and maintenance of residential and commercial properties. We specialize in the small to medium size home improvements. That's kind of our secret sauce, where we kind of do the work that bigger general contractors don't really want to answer the phone for, and they're bigger than, or you just can't find a do-it-yourselfer and you need somebody. So we've found a unique little niche in the market that we've been exploiting for quite a while. So we cover a wide range of around the house kind of jobs and around the commercial space kind of jobs. Our vision is pretty simple. We want to be the lifetime connection for all of our customers and craftsmen's home improvement needs and wants. There's no other handyman franchise concept that has the market share that we do, because we've been around for 30 years now. We have a business flexible business model, and you put all that together and you got a pretty turnkey business. So
That's fantastic. Yeah, and you guys are a home-based business for the most part, right?
not necessarily. No, we have a small. You want a small office. You still get guys coming in for recruiting sessions. Now that COVID is a reality, a lot of that's been moved online with Zoom calls. And what's neat is we've been having big team meetings. Like the Calgary office has a team meeting that I can join in on now, because it's all on Zoom, right? And I just share some statistics and some things that are happening across the country. So it's pretty cool that, even in the bad times, something really neat has happened. So that we've developed a more of a team atmosphere
Yeah.
in that aspect. But we're moving towards a paperless society. We're not quite there yet. You're still going to have little old ladies and people that pay with checks, and your craftsmen are going to come in with checks and drop off paperwork for you, bring you a coffee, shoot the breeze. So we do encourage a small office, nothing flashy, no storefront. We don't want you spending lots of money for that. So
Right. That's
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit? People always want to know what sets you apart from the competition. Why Handyman Connection?
Um, well, the big thing is 30 years of experience. This started in 1991 in Blue Ash, Ohio. It came into Canada in 1993. I think Winnipeg was the first franchise. The guys that owned it were immediately awarded the master franchise, and it grew pretty quickly to about 20 in Canada. There's 60, 70, I think, in the States right now. So we're sitting around 90. We have the system and the experience required to take advantage of a thriving home and commercial renovation market. Low startup costs, low fixed cost. As we were saying, you don't have a lot of employees. You're using independent contractors. It's just you, a customer service representative in your modest little office. So scaling the business is an investment in recruiting, getting more guys to do work, and a little bit of advertising. So you're not, to scale, you don't have to buy equipment. You don't need a bigger office. You don't need more employees. So it's pretty low risk in that sense. We have a massive base of repeat and referral business. We're sitting at around 50% repeat and referral business in Canada, which is excellent. And yeah.
No, that's fantastic. And you don't have to be a handyman yourself to own this franchise. So can you tell us a little bit about the background of your franchisees?
Um, so backgrounds vary. We actually, almost we don't discourage handymen, but you don't need handyman experience to run it. Common traits of our successful owners are strong leaders, team builders, organized people, service-oriented people, and outgoing.
Right, absolutely. Okay, and then I'm really curious to hear about COVID times, because one thing I keep hearing is that the home improvement industry is doing fantastic because everybody's stuck at home looking at all the things that need to be fixed in their house. So I would think for you guys, this would actually be a pretty good time.
Oh yeah. So, we went from the last March and April of, 2020, one of the craziest times in our lifetimes, to absolutely being overwhelmed with work for the remainder of the year. We saw a huge surge in business. Like you said, people were sitting at home, people were staring at things they don't like in their house. People were making extra, or not making extra income, but retaining extra income because they're not going for dinner, they're not traveling, their kids aren't in sports and whatnot. So people had a little bit of money to repair and renovate. So we actually had franchisees that exceeded revenues of 2019 in 2020, which was a pandemic year, which was pretty wild, right? So our services were considered essential in every variation of lockdown that we've had. We've had a few different levels of lockdowns in Ontario, especially Manitoba as well. But our business has always been, in the essential category throughout that entire time. So I don't know if there's any business that's really recession or pandemic proof, but we've seen in a bad year that our business can actually thrive, in these
Right.
circumstances.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Steve, for being here. It was so great to have you here and to have you tell us a little bit more about Handyman Connections, because it's one of those businesses that people are not always aware of, but it's a low investment, and it's a pretty simple business to run in a lot of ways.
It's very simple, actually. We can help you. We have the experience in the system for you to take advantage of, of that flourishing industry that, it's pretty steady, and it, bumps up and you never really see it dive down, right? So
Absolutely. And I know the candidates that I have sent your way, they've always come back with saying, Steve's so easy to talk to. You feel like you're talking to a buddy is what I've heard from some people. So that's always nice because, I know that I can send clients your way and you'll take good care of them.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, for organization to be successful, it's, from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom, right? So we can park our egos aside and just go out and get things done.
Hey, because if your franchisees are successful, you're successful as well. So that's how you get that win-win situation that everybody wants.
Yeah, that's what you
Um,
want, right?
So thanks again, Steve, for being here. And for you guys, if you want to learn more, please feel free to reach out. We'll see if you're qualified. And if you are, I'd be happy to pass you on to Steve to have that initial conversation. So thank you so much for joining us today, and you have an amazing day.
Thanks, Natalie. Take care.